Hi and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to look at overhead video for your vlogging, for anything else that you want to do. It's a real pain in the backside. We do it here and you know what, we set up massive rigs and we have the cameras on, but sometimes I feel we've got this brilliant little device, just 4K video, quality is pretty decent. I thought we'd give it a test and see how good it is, but to do that we needed an arm. So this is what we've got here today. We've got this little sort of, use them for mics, lamps, all that sort of stuff, little magic arm. And this particular one, although it's got a picture of a mic on the front there, wait, throwing it at us, it's got other bits and pieces in here. So what have we got in here then? Let's have a look. So we've got the main clamp bit. You can tell it's cheap, we've got no instructions whatsoever, but we shouldn't need any. Famous last words. There. So, and it even came with a little remote control as well, so that we can start the camera. Nice. Right, but this is the bit I'm actually interested in. So, yeah, it might not actually clamp to this desk to be fair, or this table. Maybe at a push. Yeah, we've not got enough on the sides. Okay, we'll show you later. We're going to put it up over in the studio in a bit and do a bit, but basically we've got an arm, articulated arm, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough to hold the phone. After all, it did come with that. Let's somehow attach that into there. I think cheap and cheerful is the key here. But I want to know if it's stable enough for doing top-down footage, because at the end of the day, that's all we want, just simple top-down stuff. And I think the quality is going to be good enough out of this at 4K. I've even checked, and the face camera I can do 4K on as well. Now I am using, let's just go in and screen record this for you. I am using, let's go to it, video, Pro Movie. Now I did pay extra for the features on this. I think it's $2.99 to get rid of the watermarks. But what we've got on this, apart from it not fitting on the screen fully, is that we can alter all the settings. So I can alter my shutter speed so that I can make sure that we get rid of the flicker. So from fluorescent lights, we've got that in here. I can set my ISO, I can set my white balance, and I can set my focus if you want to, but I can also zoom in. But the feature that really got me onto this, which I quite liked, was that I can actually turn the camera around and put it onto selfie mode, and I can still record 4K, 25 frames, because that's what I want to shoot at. Click OK into that, so it's recording onto that. I'm going to turn stabilization off, because I don't need the stabilization, I don't want it. It's not good for gimbals or for static shots at the end of the day, tripod use. So there we go, so let's drop that shutter back. The one thing about this app that I do find it resets things all the time. So you go into one menu option and go into something else, it resets it. And as you can see, it's quite difficult at getting dead right. And it's going to drive me nuts. There we go, we're in. So I'm going to drop my ISO down because I want a moodier look. There we go, my white balance. So we can set standard ones into there, or we can do our own. Quite happy with that, that's all right. Okay, nice and easy. Microphone, it can record off the inbuilt mic, or you can have an external mic. It doesn't bother me for this, don't need it. So I've got my settings across the top, which are quite nice, and then I can just have it like that, and it's got a level in it as well. So we've got a little level so we know when we're getting stuff in. So let's just turn that camera around for a minute. So I can get my level and I can get it bang on. There we go. Brilliant. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to use this on another video, and we'll come back with the results later on. Hopefully they're all good. Okay, so this is one of our setups where I do some overhead stuff. We've got the arm connected. Tell you what, let's zoom out so you can see it. Sound effects optional. So as you can see, we've got the rig attached to the edge of the table here. Got the iPhone into there. Got the camera at the front pointing down, so it's roughly in the center. It's not quite, this is quite a wide table, so it's not quite fitting for the shot, but not bad. Yeah, I'm going to do a different scene setup somewhere else. So we're going to do a top down, we'll show you that. This was just to show you in the studio how easy it was to set up. To be fair, worked pretty well. I think it's a bit of vibration when we're not at the desk, so it's something we're going to have to be aware of. We're either going to have to attach them to something else that's separate at the side. I don't know, I wanted something quick and easy. Is it? If I've got to get other stuff out, I might still have to get the poles out and do something different. But saying that, it's a damn sight easier, potentially, we'll look at the footage afterwards, than using the a DSLR, D850 or something like that, and setting it all up and having it rigged and lenses, and yeah, you've always got one of those. For the amount of shots that we do, might be worthwhile, might not, we'll see. So let's have a look. Hello, and the first part of this is to show the overhead rig, and we've set it up in this environment now. We've got this nice table, and look, you can see it's there, way! So we've got that there, and we've got that in. All seems to be good, so we're going to record. I'm recording first off on the face camera, because I want to see how that is, because it's easier to set up. It's easier for me to look up, glance, know it's recording. This little trigger that came, it basically has got an Android and iOS button on it. The iOS button, obviously I don't have Android, but the iOS button, all it does is activates the ringer volume. So you need to make sure that your filming app and the app that we're using here does allow you to set the ringer as the start and stop, so you can use a remote button like that as well. Really useful. I've actually set this up, and we've got the rig arm here, we'll show you in a bit, which is on a side cabinet, which is next to where the table is here. Great, because if I move this table, that's not going to rock and move either. Okay, here we have the top down using the face camera on the iPhone 11. And here we have the top down of the rear camera from the iPhone 11. Now, as you can see, and this is one of the things that I didn't actually expect to come across, was that the front camera, the quality just isn't there. We can see a lot of noise in the picture. But the rear camera is actually really usable, looks really nice. The colours, tones are different in it. It's worth using. So now we've had a quick look at the camera lens on the phone, let's have an inspection of the actual stand itself. Okay, so we've got the little hair clip there, just holding the phone into place. You will notice that just in there, well, you probably won't see it on here to be fair, there's like little felt pads just to protect the edge of the phone into that there. Now if we have a look around here, we've got the little ball joint. It's just got a grip there, screw grip that just tightens it down to position it into place. This bar here just slots into there. It is tightened by that there. It does come out, it's just what they've used to do that particular bit. And then if we go down the arm, we've got the springs there for tension. We've got a little tightener so we can really tighten it if we need to. We've got the New Year sticker. Yeah, so they've obviously just bought this in and rebranded it. Not going to hold that against them. Fair play, they've done the research and found something that's going to suit for their needs. we've got the screw here so you can swivel it left and right, and then we've got a tightening lock down here. Let's just get that into there so that we can tighten that up and clamp it to the thing. I think there is just a little under there, little felt sort of rubbery pad into that. But yeah, that makes our little top-down set, which works quite well. Okay, so the conclusion of this top-down rig, this thing that's still here with my phone in it, for £20, well £18, I think it's £17.99 UK money. Bloody amazing. So the one thing I have learned, that when using the phone, we did 2 tests, you'll have seen them by now. The face camera, although it was all right, it wasn't the best in quality. The cameras on the back, brilliant, superb quality, couldn't fault it. Would I use it on a commercial job? Probably not. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But certainly for doing YouTube stuff and doing top down, it is brilliant. Absolutely lovely. Nice bit of kit. It's really is, it's just got a little clip. You'll have seen the bits on it now. Just perfect. And for £18, you can't knock it. Use the kit that you've got. Why buy another camera to do something? We've got a expensive phone. It's almost as expensive as a decent camera at the end of the day. And they put a lot of effort into doing the lenses on those cameras. So utilize them to the best. So yes, I think it's worth getting. Yes, for 20 quid, I'm not, yeah, you know what? I could spend £100, £200 on one of those arms and have something that is just so fluid and beautiful. That does the job perfectly. I only need it in one place. I don't want to keep moving it every 5 seconds. I want it steady. The only thing I took away from this is attaching it to the table where you're constantly working and putting stuff down. Not a good idea. Camera shake and everything else into that, so that's not good. We don't do that in the studio when we build a proper rig over and do stuff, so you know, it's not going to be any difference. I have got this on a separate little cabinet at the side there, works brilliant. But that's something to bear in mind, is how you're going to attach that to something and do. If you've got a really solid table, then go for it. This isn't the most solidest table, to be fair. If you've got a nice farm oak kitchen table, it'll be brilliant. Hope you like that. Hope that works for you. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Like it if you found it quite interesting. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see any of the other future stuff that we do, and look forward to seeing you soon.